Alright, so, hello again. I am back. This time not with a 10-minute, 11-minute, like 12-second stream on me trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. I decided, hey, silence. I'm not editing this. A lot of my stuff that I'm going to be doing for a while is not going to be edited because I don't know what software to use, and I do actually need clipping and stuff. It's probably easy, but at the same time it's probably extremely hard. I'm not going to say either one. Because I love camera work. Editing is something that's secondary that I need to learn in order to make something productive. I can do Photoshop, like I said earlier, but away from that, I'm kind of starting to rant again. I'm going to try to keep on track of this video. For this video, it's in the title. I'm going to talk about my favorite book. I'm going to grab some water. Favorite books that I read. And the reason I want to talk about my favorite books that I want to read, or do read, and I wish I could, can I focus this well? Oh, okay, I can't focus while, well, I don't know how to turn that on, so let me turn that off. Sorry it's shaking so much. Let's zoom in, get out my face. Alright, so I'm going to jump up and down in this video, not very much, but I'm going to try to do just two halves. But at the same time, I'll probably just do this one shot. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, but at the same time enough so I can explain why I love them so much. So, the book series that I want to talk about is one of my favorite books of all time, and it was originally gifted to me by my grandma. We call her Mo. She's my mom's mom. So, she's my grandmother on my mom's side. And she gave me these books a couple years ago. Hold on. She writes in the front. She would leave messages. When I turned 12 years old on my birthday. This was a birthday gift. And I'm pretty sure... Hold on. Was this one birthday gift as well? I don't think this one has anything written in it because it's not the same. This one... Oh, this one's for Christmas 3 years later. So I think I got these around the time they came out. So we'll see. I have 3 books plus an extra special 4th edition of the book. Special 4th book that coincides with stuff they talk about in the book. So I did just say, I just looked through, there's 3 books, right? So it's not the Harry Potter series. I grew up loving the Harry Potter series. Yes, I absolutely love Harry Potter. But at the same time, I think I like these ones more. And I was reading earlier, I was actually looking up like, hey, are they going to do some stuff? Oh, I'm also going to talk about the movie they made for these books. So there's 3 books. There's 3 books, 1 movie. Movie was amazing, mixed up. At the same time, didn't like it because of how mixed up it was. And it was written using pictures. Now, I don't mean written using pictures in the traditional sense of it's a picture book. I mean, there are pictures in there. They're the reason that the story was written the way it was. That's what the author has told us, at least. That's the reason it was written the way they were, is because blah, blah, blah. And I'll explain about that. So, I'm going to get right into it. My favorite author, and my favorite books. I don't have a favorite author, but I guess you could say it's my favorite author. These are my favorite books. You can read what that says. It says, Alma la Fée Peregrine. Now, that's not the author. The book's name, if I can get it in there, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. This is the first book in a trilogy that I absolutely love. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, that came out a long time ago. Why are you talking about that? I'm talking about it, I need to actually focus on my face again. I'm talking about these books for the exact reason that I needed something to talk about. I need to actually start giving myself a reason to do something. And I thought this is a good place to start because I've read these so many times and they've been a big component in the lifestyle that I lead. Which isn't very much right now, as with the beginning of the book. Alright, so that's the first book. This is just Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. And you can tell how much I've read the book because of kind of how destroyed it is. There's a little bit of destruction happening at the back there and down there. And the page is ripping away at the front. I try to take care of them. The author of these books is Ransom Riggs. Now, I'm going to see... I think one of the books has some information on where he got the images from. And I think it was this one right here, before I show you the other 2. At the back of the books, it says, Oh, never mind. That's the character. Oh, that's right, because they say that he wrote the book. Oh, that's not a book I should be using for that. I'll talk about that one in a second. Where is the Ransom Riggs thing? Do these books not have... Oh, no, this one's for my 15th birthday as well. Oh, I'm an idiot. Where is it? I know it's in here. Oh, gosh, this one's nasty. This one's seen. Okay, so... I'll tell you what I know about the author. What I know about the author is that he is actually a photograph collector. He loves collecting weird and strange photographs. And the reason I say that he's mainly made that into the story is because that's what it is. The first picture you see when you open up the hardcover, just red cover, hardcover copy of the book is... Oh, where did it go? There it is. The first picture you see is this one right here. So, it's a girl holding what appears to be fire, and that holds a lot into these books. Now, from this point on, I am going to give a massive spoiler warning. If I say anything that has to do with the books, character-wise or anything, I want you to click away from this video right now. You've seen enough into it. I'll get the view. Doesn't matter to me. Just kidding. Please stay. But seriously, spoilers. Leave. I'm someone who doesn't care about spoilers. You spoil the movie or the book, I'll be more inclined to read it or watch it depending on how I think of your explanation. I hope that makes sense. So like I said, there's 3 books in this series. There is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Book 1. That's it. It doesn't say book 1, it's just Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Next, we have Hollow City, the second book in the series. There's a girl with a hole in her stomach. And yes, some of these might be photoshopped or some sort, but he does say that he prefers to keep them real photos, and that could have just been a photo that was with an actual peculiar. I'll keep it as that. I'm not going to actually ruin the story. I don't have the jackets for the first and the third book, by the way. I don't know what happened to them. I think they're just in storage somewhere with a bunch of other books, or torn up because of my siblings. But this is the third book. On the front, it just has names of all the peculiar children and everything, such as, I'm going to read out the character list, and 2 or 3 of these are from the third book, or the second book. We have Olive, Horace, Millard, Claire, Jacob Portman, the main character, Emma Bloom, love interest, Amalafle Peregrine, which is in the same spot that it was on in the first book, but it's still centered in the middle of it. You can't really see it because of the coloring, but it's right there. We also have Bronwyn. Who is that other one? Fiona, Emma, and Hugh. And Addison. Addison is a talking dog from the second book. Spoilers. These are some of my favorite books for that exact reason, is they're really fantasy based around a world that is built with peculiars in their genes. Now this might be end up being a 20-30 minute video, and I'm going to keep it like that if I can. I know my camera's probably going to cut out at some point, and I'm probably going to have to put them together somehow. I'll find a way. Or I'll make this part 1. So I'll keep this as part 1. The books themselves, I'm not going to really give into the books, but I'm going to say that the way these are written, even though there are less books, less words, less everything that a Harry Potter book would be, and a lot of people are probably going to say, might agree with me on this, this doesn't focus as much on on one place and one person, or one situation, or one thing at the same time. It does focus on the topic of peculiars as much as possible. But it also focuses on the fact that it goes so much further out into the world than the Harry Potter books do. And I read this on a news article earlier today that said the exact same thing. The reason that these are probably going to be more famous than Harry Potter books someday is because they do have a bigger aspect of being more into the world. Whereas you go into the Harry Potter books and you look at the movies, very, very much mostly Hogwarts. And then you look at Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. In that retrospect, that wasn't even in the books except for them mentioning a textbook called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them in the original series. I'm going to cut this off here, just saying if you have the ability to go and read these books, I 100% say that you do. The second video is going to go up probably at the exact same time, or a couple minutes later than this, or tomorrow even, is going to be talking about the movie that Tim Burton directed and Ransom Riggs helped to write. I think. Well, it's based on the Ransom Riggs novels. I will say, though, if you have the ability, the money, or even a way to read these books, 100% get on your butt, lay down, get with the books, and read them all the way through. Once you read the first book, you're going to hit the end and realize, oh, I need to get the other two in order to finish this story. So I'm going to end it right there, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around while I kind of just ranted about these books. Even though I didn't really say much, I could say more, I assume, but I don't want to spoil anything. I just wanted to say this is my favorite book series of all time, and I'm going to throw this in at the end because I forgot about it. In the books, they mention the Tales of the Peculiar, which is a bunch of stories about peculiar children and peculiar people. This is the book that has a bunch of these short stories that are mentioned inside of the actual second and third book. If you have the chance, pick this up as well. It's an extremely good read, if not extremely short, and very entertaining for those of you who love dark, kind of twisted children's story in that aspect. So, once again, thank you for watching, and y'all have a good night.